Hello and welcome back to the Hood Rich Chronicles, baby. I had taken a necessary small hiatus from the game temporarily as I was seeing that if I'm getting this in practice rounds and practice range, not practice range, but in practice versus AI over a Black Panther player that just wasn't even practically pressing the buttons, I was like, yeah, let me go play another game for a minute. So, went to Elder Scrolls, had some fun. Lots of new things got released in there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. They got new crates, they got new everything. And then I came back to Rivals and I was like, you know what? They know their game's in a dire strait. They know that players are tired of duelists. They know that everybody's tired of the duelist slop. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to focus on what I can, and I'm going to do this proficiency farming on Ultron, on other characters. You know, I want to get that level 50. I want to get at that animated icon. Sure, I'll put in this work. But what kills me is how no matter where you look at, it seems like if you pay any attention to the other players in this game, you will be miserable. OMG. They will bring their drama, they will bring their misery, they'll bring their nonsense straight to your doorstep. So your best bet, in my honest opinion, is to not even look at the screen if you're doing any kind of 6-player shooter, because 9 times out of 10 with this game culture, the way they act, the way they choose to act, you're going to be seeing a screen full of duelists. The players that know and get right, they'll swap what's needed. You'll see, you know, a couple of vanguards, you'll see a couple strategists at least. If they don't pay them no attention. Let them die, let them leave the game, let them just leave. There's no point in getting mad, there's no point in going back and forth, there's just no point. Now, I'm not advocating any form of like game conflict, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you don't have to sit in the games with people that you don't want to be in the games with. And this is the biggest thing as to what's killing competitive in this game, is the fact that the game is so toxic, and even the player base is so toxic, that they've created this echo chamber of just ego and narcissism. So instead of getting mad about that, instead of, you know, feeding to the energy of that, I've chosen instead to just focus on getting better with other characters. And as I'm getting better with each of these characters, it doesn't matter if I play comp, doesn't matter if I play quick play, it doesn't matter what I play. But what's funny is a lot of people come to the same conclusion as I am. If you leave competitive out, you'll be way happier playing this game. It's crazy. I have not played comp since Double Dinosaur, and I just refuse to play it with Cyclops running rampant. I'm like, nah, he need a nerf before I even get it back in there. I'm sorry, y'all. I just people like, dang you. No, for real. It's Cyclops. People, before people try to come at me in the comments, I'm saying, oh my god, Cyclops is perfectly balanced. No, he's not. No, he is not. His base kit is somewhat balanced. I'll give you that. His HP, okay. He's a balanced duelist in that respect. But that ultimate, just like Gambit, is way too powerful. And they know it's way too powerful. You can step to the side. I can literally name only a handful of characters with the movement ability that once hit, they have the option to move out of the side for the main damage of his ultimate. So miss me with that BS, dog. Miss me with that BS. Cyclops ultimate is what ultimately has to get nerfed. Because if you go into 18 versus 18 right now, it is a game of laser tag. They are everywhere just screaming, ah, ah, ah. I'm like, oh my god, Cyclops, just shut up, please. Just But I do know it may not be this patch, but it's coming. That ultimate's getting a nerf. I don't care what anybody says. If y'all went that hard over Dino, trust me, they heard the nerfs over freaking Cyclops. They're gonna touch that ultimate real soon. But ultimately, gaming has now gotten to a new space, and I'm gonna be honest. The direction that Sony decided they're gonna go in, we're just not gonna have physical games. I'm like, oh no, honey, you are opening the floodgates to piracy when you do that. But go off, sis, go off. Like, you want to create this mini echo chamber for your monopoly, and I'm here to tell you, gamers will outlast Sony. Gamers and their ingenuity and creativity will outlast any trick or sales tactic Sony tries. Sony will go out of business before players put up with that nonsense. I'm just here to tell y'all. When I'm looking at it, I was like, no, I can literally go on my PC right now, and I can either get an emulator for a couple games, I can go to Steam to get a couple games, I can go to Epic Games to get a couple games. It's like, why can't you just let them have the ownership over what they have, like Steam? That's all you had to do. See, when Steam gave that business model, like, once you got it, it's yours, period, we don't care. Why couldn't you have went with that business model? It's like, you just know the greed is real, that they don't even care. They just want you to just be a pay pig, basically. They want you to just pay the money. You don't own anything. And I'm just like, F all that. I'm going to own what I say I own, and I don't care what you say about it. And it just, I'm just telling y'all, this just leads to piracy. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. People are going to pirate their stuff. They're going to hack their stuff. They're going to give it out for free on websites. And Sony going to be looking real dumb. Real dumb. Spending more money chasing lawsuits than actually making good products. This is what happens when you get suits that have no creativity in the board meeting making decisions. This is exactly what happens. It's all about numbers and greed with them. There's no creativity. So I just don't see this ending well for Sony. And hopefully Guang and Xeon got some good news next week, because baby, we can definitely need it. It's been Hoodrich, and I'll catch y'all on the flip.
I'm hulking.
Only 60 seconds left. Let's do some damage.